Hey everybody, Trevor Lowe here. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Today I'm going to get into 3 springtime locations for smallmouth bass. As you can see, I'm bundled up, it's cold, it's springtime. Water temperatures are starting to warm up, they're starting to creep up. And I'm going to talk about 3 different locations that you should be looking for smallmouth this time of year, hopefully help you find some more fish. These 3 areas are going to be super important in terms of paying attention to water temperature, but it's going to help you find fish whenever that water temperature, starts to hit the mid 40s all the way up into the 60s when they start spawning. So one of the areas that you're going to want to check first are deep drop-offs. These are going to be areas with very, very sharp contours. If you're ever looking at a contour map, you're going to find areas that have a lot of lines very, very tightly packed. Now that's just going to represent a more steep incline from the bank, and these are areas where smallmouth as well as other fish species can move up and down the water column without having to travel great distances. That's very important this time of year as smallmouth are trying to acclimate to this inclement weather. As you can tell today, it's very cold out. You're going to have cold days such as today, which might push those fish off deeper, and they're going to want to be able to move down in that deeper water without having to go very, very far. And then you're also going to have those warm trends when those fish will start to push up shallow, and like I said, without having to move very, very far and expend a lot of energy doing so. When you're looking at these steep contours, you're going to want to find areas that have some sort of bottom structure, whether that's rocks, vegetation, something along those lines that the fish can really hold on to and relate to. And in addition to that, the bait fish can hide in these areas as well. These are going to make for great spots that you should be targeting. The second area that I love checking this time of year are shallow flats with hard bottom. The reason for that, as I mentioned, the weather is constantly changing in the springtime, and as these warming fronts start to come in, that shallow water is going to heat up much quicker than deeper water. The hard bottom absorbs that sunlight and retains that warmth, allowing those areas to warm up quickly. On those really warm days, you're going to want to key in on these areas as they will be the warmest water, and the fish are starting to move up and scout the areas, especially when they're looking for places to spawn. So definitely check out shallow, hard bottom flats during the springtime when you're looking for fish. And lastly, my absolute favorite areas to check are what I call transition areas. Now, what I mean by transition areas are areas that have bottom composition changes. So if you're thinking of mud to sand, sand to gravel, gravel to rocks, something along those lines where these smallmouth can use them as highways as they're traveling up into shallow water for the spawn. If they're coming off during the spawn, going back into that deeper water during the post spawn, these are going to be areas that smallmouth are using all season long. You're going to find that these transition areas are dynamite when it comes to locating smallmouth bass during the springtime. So when you get around them, if you can find bait fish, you're in for a good time. So next time you're on the water, make sure you're checking out these 3 different areas that I mentioned. I guarantee you're going to find more fish and put more fish in the boat by doing so. And one last thing, before you leave, make sure you like the video, subscribe to get more content like this. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.